I used the Friday Nitro review music there. I hope y'all don't mind. This is the Positively Awesome Wrestling Show. Thank you. And it is Thursday night. It is great to be here. I am joined, as always, by the man to the right of me, Albert. Albert, you know the drill. How the heck have you been? And how have you been enjoying wrestling? More specifically, SummerSlam.
The SummerSlam weekend, I very much enjoyed my wrestling. I had a great time. Despite all the people on the internet who might have told you that it was, wasn't as good or whatever you want to say, I enjoyed every second of it.
What do they know? So I guess the $1 million question right now is, would you have paid $30 for it?
Yeah, I think I would have. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
Can we talk about the gross overreaction of that? Like, it's crazy, right?
Well, we could touch on that later for sure. I figured it was going to come up because I did enjoy the nonsense of it all. But angry.
Why are we going to be angry today?
Let's get these comments in and then we'll move on. Y'all was talking in the chat prior. That's cool. Getting some stuff in there. Harry says, hey, yo, Harry, you didn't win. That means no Nikki Bella talk tonight. Ron says, hello, friend. Hello to you as well. Courtney is in the chat as always. Thank you very much, Courtney. Looking good, guys. I know I am with the shoelafala going on over here. I'm definitely got the Bronson Reed vibes going on because he is our tribal thief, and I do acknowledge him. Would I have paid $50 to Washington Regal? No, those seats are not as comfortable as the couch. But I guess the first thing we'll just get out of the way is the SummerSlam results.
Sure.
I think everyone can clearly tell who won based on what the topic is because it's Bronson Reed, baby. And we know who Bronson Reed's number one fan has been since they brought the man back. Yours truly, Jimmy Bebe. So tonight we are going to be acknowledging, everyone in this chat will do it as well. They will do it. We are going to acknowledge our tribal thief, the owner of the shoelafala, the snatcher of souls, big, bad Bronson Reed. I'm excited. I bet some of y'all thinking it was going to be Dom. I know that's what some people were thinking. Albert was over there sweating, thinking I was going to do the Finn Balor Sucks show. I'm not that mean.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really didn't. I wasn't like too concerned that there would have been a guy or a girl I didn't like. I was actually, the only thing I was scared of was we had to have a pro Liv Morgan show. But what would have really helped me was the fact that she's discovered Entourage, so I like her a little bit more now. So I have a little bit more respect for her now.
You're coming around. You're seeing the vision. The vision.
I will say, if you're going to have some time off because you got hurt, one of the best shows in the world to stream. As a matter of fact, that's like one of the shows that I wanted to do a podcast about for like years. My favorite show in the whole world. So Liv Morgan's won me over just a little bit, guys. It's scary. Yeah. I don't like to admit it too much, but she's winning me over.
He's going to have a Liv Morgan t-shirt when she returns. You watch. He's getting there.
Let's not go that far.
Harry, come on now. You know dang well you were going to bring her up at some point. You know it. I'm not even going to acknowledge her name right now. You know you was going to bring her up. I just beat you to it. Snatcher of Souls is funny. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. Someone else said it, but I'm running with it because I think it's hilarious. I think it's a great moniker. And yes, Harry, I am going to give you your props here because you said this before I saw anyone else say it. You said that they should have called him the Vision, and that's what they're going to call them. I've seen quite a few trying to take credit for it, but I'm like, nah. It's been Harry Flynn since day one. So props. I might have went ahead and just took it and handed it over to him in the meeting, but Courtney says, can we discuss the WWE? Yeah, we're gonna get to that afterwards. I want to talk about Bronson Reed. This is a good question. We're gonna do this first. Hey, Albert, do you have a Liv figure?
One.
Is it which one?
It's the old school Riot Squad one with the pink hair. I've got to update it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. It needs to be updated. Yeah, it's one of those that definitely needs to be upgraded. I don't discriminate. I have even wrestlers that I'm not a big fan of. Look, we all know, rest in peace. I wasn't a big Hulk Hogan guy, but I have like 8 Hulk Hogan figures. It's just some people, no matter what happens, if they're that, such a major impact on pro wrestling, and if it follows your rules, you kind of got to do it. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. That might be the one that I get because it makes sense when she won the title.
Well, that's not the one that she won the title with. I just put the title on her because it's the only live figure we had.
I'm probably gonna find like the one from her title run, and that'll be my representation of Liv Morgan in my in my figure collection. Absolutely.
I will definitely update it when there's a Judgment Day one come out, or when she's wearing a Dirty Dom shirt. That'll be the one that I gotta go ahead and get. But
there you go. I'm gonna have to. I would need that too because I have a Judgment Day shelf where I have every member of the Judgment Day, including Edge and R-Truth, and I'm gonna eventually have to add Liv Morgan, and I'm gonna have to add Roxanne Perez, and I actually need another JD McDonough because I only have one in my collection right now, so I need to figure that all out, and Raquel as well. I only have one Raquel.
A JD, and now that Roxanne's in it, I got to get a Roxanne and a Raquel, but I don't even know if I want to just entertain that one.
I got to do it. I have one. I have her NXT one, but I get when she comes back. It's Liv Morgan's tag partner. How do you not?
Because it's Raquel.
It's the Judgment Day. You got to have everybody. Do you have Finn?
I do have Finn. He's right there doing the guns, baby.
Good. All right.
And he's on the side with Dom. So I have a Dom, and then all the ones I like are in between those, and the ones that get casted out are on the other side. So Rhea and Damien are cast out. They're still
gotcha.
They're still up there.
Harry, so I will say this. I got the throwback Carlito. I need the Judgment Day version, though, as well. Because, exactly. It's got to go on that shelf.
Will we get it, though?
It's been really, I think he's already had one that's come out.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. But my town's been lacking. Like there's hardly any new.
Dude, I can't even go to stores. I went to a Target. What was it? Maybe last week with Tamara, and we went into the store, and there was literally one figure. There was 5 of one figure. It was the Undertaker, the new Target Legends Undertaker. There was 5 of that, and nothing else.
Yeah, Target is the worst right now. They literally just have the superstar ones, and they'll have like 6 of them. And they don't have any elites. They don't even have AEW ones. So,
there was no AEW ones in my store either.
Pretty much given up on Target as far as figures go.
See, I don't have a Walmart near me. We don't have Walmarts in Staten Island, so that's the only place for me to go in person is Target.
There's 5 in my county.
It's crazy. It's crazy. My ex lived in Pennsylvania, and she had there was one that was by every one of her relatives' house. It was a different Walmart that we can go to, by every one of her. It's just.
I just do insane out there. I'm like, okay, I got to go to the store. I'm gonna go to this one, and then next time I go to the store, I go to this one, and then.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so. Okay, Bronson Reed, we are back on track. Our boy Bronson Reed. I want to ask you first. Do you think with the Snatcher of Souls gimmick that Bronson Reed has officially become the most interesting part of the division?
It's really elevated him to. I mean, I don't think there's anybody hotter than that 3 guys in the stable right now, right? Like, is there anybody I think Braun has really broken out. I think Seth now with winning the championship. I think Bronson now with this. I don't think there's any 3 people on the roster right now that's coming anywhere near being as over as those 3 guys. He's right there. I think it really put him over the top. Yeah. And I think it's really funny that. You have a guy like Braun Breaker who seems to be being tuned up for getting a world title shot, right? And you have Seth who is the world champion. And what do you do to make Bronson Reed stand out? Oh, he's just going to steal Roman Reigns sneakers. Yeah.
I'm curious where that came from.
I wonder if that was just in the moment.
I'm curious if it's in the moment. I'm curious if there was someone else on the roster that said, "Hey, it would be funny, do that," and he just went with it.
Or they were just joking. Maybe it was I would wonder if it's just a joke. Roman was Roman, right?
You won't take his shoes,
right? Yeah,
watch me. It doesn't seem like it's a writer's room thing. It just doesn't.
No. This seems like it. Yeah,
so random, but it is so good. And you brought up Seth Rollins as a world champion, so clearly he's the leader of this group. There was a lot of people that were thinking that Bronson and Braun were far more interesting without Seth, though, there. And I was one of those people. I'm not a Seth hater. I just think that they went together better without Seth. And whereas Braun is
interesting.
Braun is clearly the one that's going to be coming out of this better.
Yeah.
I don't think he's very interesting right now outside of just the way he just spears people. There's nothing he's doing that like the spear. It works because we like get off our feet and we're like, this is awesome and all that. But standing in that ring, I don't think anybody attracts my attention more right now than Bronson Reed. And I am a fan, so that has a little bit to do with it. But I think
of course,
taking those shoes from Roman Reigns was just such a boss move and such a small little detail that it became this awesome thing. And for him to double down and do it again, like, I'm glad. I'm glad it wasn't like a one-off thing and they're like, hey, don't touch his shoes again. That's not cool. I'm sure Roman is cool. Like, he's a very giving guy. So,
look, you can't say that. Like, okay, I know him and Jay win at SummerSlam, but did they not put Braun and Bronson over in that match? Like, huge. Yeah. I mean, Roman sacrificing himself. Like, I mean, he's selling his ass off for these guys. I mean, yeah, like it's great to see that he's. It seems like he said he's not here much longer. And he's taken the time that he has here to really put over the next generation of guys. I think that's, very admirable of Roman. And the one thing that I will say is that Braun and Bronson have brought it to the point where they feel like they're earning it, and it's not, and it's deserved, and they belong. Like they felt they belonged in that match. Yes. Like there was a point where you were like, yeah, they're probably not going to win. But then there were a couple of times you're like, oh my God, they might win. Like, it was. They really came into their own, and I think that this, especially for Bronson Reed, and especially because this is the Bronson Reed episode, I followed him since NXT, and I felt like in NXT he was really cool because he destroyed people, and then he got called up to WWE, and he was really cool because he destroyed people, and I think that there was a point where I was like, he has a ceiling. He's Umaga.
Yeah, there was no direction for him,
right? And like that's how I felt in my mind. Like Umaga was so cool because he was so cool at destroying people. So he got over by being this monster. And my really big fear was that Bronson was going to come up to the main roster and go up against somebody like maybe Cody, where he was going to be like, oh, like we built him up as this unstoppable monster, and then he'd lose, and then he'd just be like this mid-card guy. What I love is that they gave Bronson something now with this gimmick. It's not just Bronson Reed, the guy who destroys people and does the tsunamis. Just
standing in the background.
Right. Now he has something to sink his teeth into, and he's killed it in doing that. And I think that this is finally the WWE giving people something to latch onto. They're really good at doing that and then taking it away when like people turn. You know what I mean? Like, there's been a lot of guys who like Sami Zayn was super hot in the Bloodline, and then he wasn't like joking and funny anymore for a little while. He was too serious, and people were like, "I don't like this Sami Zayn," And then like so. I'm glad they've given Bronson this thing to sink his teeth into. I think he's doing a great job.
And it's a very easy. It's very simple, but again, simple is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's a very simple and easy way for him to just basically start a feud now. Someone could be out in the ring cutting a promo. He could come out, destroy them, and take their shoes because they're and then there you go. You're off to the races right there. Like
yeah.
He disrespected you. Now you want to get your revenge on him, and he's just like, yo, I'm just the soul snatcher, so I just wanted your shoes. Like, yeah, it sounds dumb when you put it that way, but when you have someone like Bronson Reed, a big boy like that, coming out there and hitting you with 3 tsunamis and then taking your shoes, it's highly disrespectful and highly painful, and it works. Clearly it works.
Yeah.
Because people are now like buzzing about it. I loved the little, I wish I would have downloaded it so I could pop it up here, the meme of Roman coming out in flip-flops. Like the next time Roman comes out, because he's terrified of the tribal thief. It's brilliant. Comments here, and then we can move on to the next part of this because I have a few questions about Bronson for us. He said, Lou, what is up, Lou? Walmart sucks for Marvel Legends. Yes, they do. And the elites that Walmart tends to have now are like older ones, though. It's like they're from like 3 or 4 series ago. So I'm always late to the party, and that's kind of boo-boo. They did just drop the invisible John Cena one. but those were gone by the time I got to the store.
Yeah.
So,
pretty cool.
Harry says he's been interesting since. And I think there's been parts where Bronson's been interesting before, but I think since he's been part of this group, I called it because I said, I think the perfect spot for Bronson is to be in a faction as the muscle. With the Vision, there's 2 muscles, but I do think it's an effective way to use them. And
he's the enforcer. Like, there's no doubt. He
was kind of just a background guy there, and he's clearly the fall guy, but this gives him something more, and that's what was needed. Lou, I love Big Bronson Reed. Is awesome. The tribal chief with the shoelafala. Yeah, baby. Yeah. It's just so freaking hilarious. And I'm like, we sat here last week. I was like, I really hope he shows up with the shoelafala. And he did
at SummerSlam. Not only at SummerSlam, he did it on the pre-show also. I mean, I love the man. Like,
he was dressed up in a nice suit with the shoelafala.
With the shoelafala.
Hilarious.
It just that's king stuff, like right there, you know?
The Division is the strongest stable. They were never going to call them the Seth Riders. That was just going to be their name until they gave themselves a name. It's their fault that they took so long.
Yeah,
it was very reminiscent of the Death Riders. So,
well, they wasn't stealing anybody's shoes. So,
yeah, I would like Braun and Bronson as tag team champs. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to just be put on them just because.
Yeah,
I don't want to be one of those things. If it makes sense, absolutely. But until then, just let it ride.
What I would like to see is for this to run a little bit longer. There's a point where maybe Seth is coasting and Braun and Bronson want more than just being the background guys. He's like, guys, if you wanted gold, okay, fine. I went to Pierce. I got you a tag team title shot. You know, like to try to like satiate them for a little bit, and maybe they dominate everyone. And maybe somehow once they lose those tag titles, it becomes like the catalyst to them turning their back on Seth. That's the only way I want to see them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because I know they do this all the time. Like the power stable, like they did with Judgment Day, right?
Yeah.
All the belts. Like, okay, it was cool for that, you know, for that moment. But are they going to do that with this group too? And then what? Then there's only how many belts could they hold? You know, I mean,
it's gotten to the point where that's kind of lazy booking.
Yeah.
Just to do it. It doesn't really fit because they're the vision of the future. Well, if they're the future, why are they messing around with the tag titles?
Right.
It doesn't fit the narrative to me. So, nah. Have them beat the tar out. Let me tell you something, Ron. No. Roman should wear flip-flops as he's going to be playing Akuma. Nice shout. That's true. He ain't be wearing Jordans around Bronson Reed anymore. That's for dang sure. He's terrified.
Can I just point
in them little booties?
Can I just point out something really quick because that you mentioned Dom? See how good of a friend Finn was that Dom asked for help and he said sure immediately.
Sure is not a good answer.
It's that AAA match.
Sure is like, yeah, I guess so.
No, he was sure, of course.
Sure
he was very happy.
Don't try and play this.
He was very happy.
Don't try and play this.
He was very happy to help his friends.
Lucky that Bronson's with Seth because he would have been with Dom, and then that would have been very bad news for Finn Balor.
Finn is a great friend.
He's a punk.
He's a great friend.
Harry says, I swear when Braun tackled Roman outside the ring, I thought my TV froze for a second. Roman is a god tier seller.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
So giving.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted a third tsunami on Monday, but we only got 2. But I loved it because it's like, okay, Roman's going to take another one? And then sold it. I loved it.
Yeah, like he got shot. I mean, it's great. He's so good.
Ron knows what's up. I guess so. That's what sure means.
He didn't say that though. He said sure, of course. He was very happy.
Is a code for help. I guess so.
That's not true.
Anyways,
that's not what they say in Ireland.
I had such a good transition, and then that came up and it ruined it. But we're gonna go anyway. Tsunami time. Is there a move that is more over right now than the tsunami?
No, not even close. The only other thing I can say that's close is Braun Spear. That's it. Yeah. Again,
that's a deadly combination.
It really is. I like that they do this thing now where he's holding him up so that Braun can grab that speed. He hits him with the spear. Bronson goes up. He drags him in place to squash him. I mean, what a great like it's great. Like Seth doesn't have to do anything. Got two monsters.
Again, the thing I like the most about the tsunami is that, and Amanda noticed this on Raw. She's like, his hands are just flailing because he's literally. It looks like he just free falls.
Yeah,
it's just like he's just dropping every bit of himself on you, which just again visually looks so much more cooler than like when the Usos jump and splash. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. But just to see someone going like, oh, it's like, oh man, he's not even going to catch himself. He's going to smash this dude.
Dude, what's so impressive to me, and I don't know why, but it's more impressive this way. If you notice when he goes up for it, he puts his left leg onto the middle rope. His right leg touches the top to push off to get force. His left leg doesn't even touch the damn rope. He comes right off. It's like immediate, like a rocket launching right down on you. I love that.
It's, man, I'm trying to think of a splash that even resembles, and I can't think of one.
There really isn't. Like
the Vader bomb, maybe.
I was thinking the same thing too.
The Vader bomb, maybe, but man,
yeah.
And how demoralizing does it have to be that you're like the face of the company, and people are like, you get tsunamied, and then you hear the people who are cheering for you 5 minutes ago and go, one more time,
yeah,
one more time. Bro, just wrap it up. You quit because
Bronson's too cool. He's just too cool, man. It just it is what it is, you know. Like this. I'm telling you, this gimmick just really pushes him over the edge. Everybody's seeing it now. I know because he's deserved it.
Yes.
Look, you've said it. You've said it multiple times. Triple H's second best rehire that he's made. It's Chelsea Green and Bronson Reed,
and then Nia Jax. Those are the three. And all three of them have proven to be fantastic. Whether you agree with Nia Jax or not, I don't care. You're an idiot if you don't agree with that. But
she's done great. I don't know if she would be my number 3. I think maybe we'll see if Cross gets re-signed. That could be.
Cross ain't done nothing though. He can't be included in this list because he's done nothing in the same amount of time as these people have.
That's fair.
That's my point.
That's fair.
In the time that they've been given, Chelsea Green's number 1, Bronson Reed's number 2, and then Nia Jax is number 3. Because Nia Jax had an incredible 2024. Incredible.
She did. Not denying that at all.
You all know I love Karrion Kross, but again, he's been given opportunities and they've all been squandered. I won't say that's all his fault, but come on. It just something hasn't clicked. And so let's see this. Shut up, Lou.
Answer the question. I'm curious.
Says, where was Jay? He was yeeting his way to Waffle House because he's a terrible family member.
Lou, I tried.
I like the Soul Snatcher. I didn't even think about this. We can't they're never going to call him the Soul Snatcher because freaking Soul Ruka. She ruins everything. Ugh.
Terrible.
Stupid move. It's no tsunami, that's for sure. Ron, hot take. Modern sequels in film today are not as hot as the original.
I agree.
I am on the fence on that one.
Fair enough.
I like some sequels. Is this about wrestling though, or is it about movies in general? Because I could go on a tangent right now about movies.
Yeah, same here. But I think that
28 years later, Bam Bam Splash. That's another
good call.
one.
That's a good call.
That's another good one. I would still do Vader's bomb because Vader is literally just dropping everything on you. He throws himself up and it drops on you. Again, Bam Bam Splash is kind of just. I may be in the minority, but I personally love Triple H style booked heel heat with beatdowns and triumphant heel stables standing over. Yes, because you want to see the good guys prevail. Right. And if they prevail every other week, then that's 50-50 booking, and that doesn't really work effectively. We have so many faces that are just incredibly over, and they've been over for a very long time. You can say whatever you want about it, people. That's the result of good booking.
Yeah.
Like... Just because you don't personally enjoy it doesn't mean it's not good booking because the rest of the world is eating it up. There's no way in hell anyone sat here and 3 years ago, whenever it was, and said Cody Rhodes will be as over today as he was back then.
Yeah.
There was no way in hell I would have believed it.
Agreed.
Jey Uso.
We would have thought that the crowd would have turned on him already, right?
Yes. Jey Uso.
And same thing. Jey Uso. We've been talking about it. You know, the crowd's already starting to turn on him. No, the crowd hasn't turned on him.
It's going to happen any day now. Oh, come on. No. Oh, LA Knight.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to end too. Did you hear the pop he got on Monday night?
I was waiting for him to win the title. Not sure many people know Drip King and myself are really good friends, and I was wondering if y'all could help me get him to answer this question, because when I talked to him, he wouldn't. For me, did you cry in the car when Seth cashed in? First and foremost, Lou, I wasn't in the car. I was at home. Second off, I didn't cry, but I definitely held on to the banister in the dining room to prevent myself from crashing out on the floor. I've said before, I don't necessarily care if CM Punk wins the title because I don't think he needs it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to fanboy out when it does happen. And I was happy, and you saw the emotion in his face, and I was right there with him, and I loved it. But in the back of my head, I knew Seth was about to come in there and cash in. I just knew it. I was like, I know what's going to happen. So I was mentally prepared for it, and that's probably why I didn't cry. Ron, you laughed. That's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And he said, movies. Yeah, I'll revert back to 28 years later. That's an amazing movie.
I don't know. I was mad that Gunther lost. Like, I was so upset when Punk got cashed in on. I was just too shocked to even believe that it was taking place. But then because I thought about it, and I was like, he lost, right? I mean, like, Punk won, so Seth lost. He said, "I've never let you be successful." But I thought about it. He was hurt, right? So he couldn't stop Punk from becoming number one contender. So what's the only thing he can do? He can take something from him immediately as soon as he has it. So it all made total sense to me.
I think we can move to the next subject. I think we've touched on Bronson Reed and how awesome he is and everything. I want to talk about the subject now because it got brought up. First and foremost, Mana says, I have pics of his face when it happened. Who wants those? Nobody. Nobody wants those. I thought a new member of the division would debut on Raw. I was kind of expecting it. I was 50-50 on this. I was like, we're going to get a new member of the division, or LA Knight's winning that title. I know that's a crazy thought. I was just ready for it. It was just a feeling in the air. And I was like, they're going to do it. This is going to be a Mick Foley kind of.
I thought that if there was ever a night where they were going to pull the trigger on something like that, it would have been that. But then I feel like it would have also very much diminished the cash in. So,
who cares? Seth's already had an amazing cash in. That's my
True.
thought process. But once they announced that the other was banned, I was like, okay, it's more likely that we get a member than we get an LA Knight win. Because again, I was thinking LA Knight challenges for the title, Bronson and Braun come out there, but then CM Punk and Roman are in the building. They're going to come out there. All chaos is going to ensue, and LA Knight is going to steal one. A la Mick Foley, Stone Cold.
Right.
I really
had that feeling, right?
And it didn't happen, and I was like, God.
But LA Knight is still right there.
I think it's coming. I really do.
Yeah. I can't see that they would be putting him in this position to not at least give it a shot, right?
Yeah. But the Gunther match, because you and me were both on this, we didn't want him losing because we feel like he needs big wins. What I liked about the way they told the story in this match was that Gunther pretty much dominated CM Punk.
He did.
He got arrogant, and he's the ring general. And then once they left that ring, he got arrogant. And that's where it all went bad for him.
Yeah.
And has he bled before?
I don't remember ever seeing him bleed before, which I think was a really big.
The way he sold it was like, I'm in trouble now. And then being like eager, like he didn't waste any time.
Right. Like, okay, I got him. Like, this is it. Those
details to it were so damn cool. And it made me accept Gunther losing because it was like, okay, it's not a protection, but the reason he lost is because he left that ring and got stupid
like he did with Sammy.
And then all of a sudden, there's a kink in his armor, and
now he's got.
Oh, okay, makes it a little bit more reasonable for him to take the loss. As far as Seth letting him win the title, I think we all know Seth is very dramatic. He's a man who loves theatrics.
Yeah.
And what better way than to, and his disdain for CM Punk is like, okay, I could cost him the title, or I could let him think he got to the mountaintop.
Right.
And then I could take it all away.
Take it right away.
And that's more in line with Seth's character.
Right. I agree.
It shows that the hatred isn't blinding him. He can see clearly now because he has the vision.
Yes.
And I thought that made it cooler than him costing Punk the title.
I agree. I completely agree.
That's my whole thoughts on that whole match and everything that followed it. I thought it was masterfully done. I wish it could have been kept a better secret. Even though I believed it was a work, that was just my thought, and I wasn't sure. I just thought it was a work based on what they were doing, and again, I thought it was a little bit extra when they posted the picture of a video of him walking in the crutches with his daughter. I was like, "Wow, that seems convenient." And then them announcing that he couldn't get an MRI, it was like, okay, why would you fly to LA when you're in Birmingham with the best specialists in the country?
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense to me. That's when I was like, yeah, this smells like a work, but I'm all for it because it was done masterfully.
It was done the right way. I just think that fans are now a little bit too smart to fool. And I think that I think it's our own fault, you know, and like Ron, you said these people talk, we talk too much. Yeah. I think that sometimes that's what it is, right? Like we all talk too much. So the internet is all going crazy, and the immediate reaction is, oh, Seth's not hurt. This is just, Seth's fine. He's going to cash in. Like this is all like, and it's like when you were like a kid and you'd be in like high school, like one of your friends might say that, and then like a bunch would be like, no, he was no, you know what I mean? That would be it, right? Now it's every day, 24/7. You have these people going, oh, I know for a fact. No, I read this report. This person said they saw this. He was walking fine, yada, yada. And it's like, you know, I sometimes I just like to be a fan, which is why I didn't say anything. I just let it play out. I didn't speculate. I didn't expect it. I was shocked to see his music hit. When I saw him come out with the crutches and stuff, I went, okay, there's no way he's not cashing in. He's fine. Like, he's fine. Like, because why would he come out then? Yeah. You know? It was great. It was great.
And someone pointed out the timing of, like, it clearly wasn't planned because that'd be insane. But like the timing of him turning around and dropping the crutches as they hit, his name pops up on the screen and the music drops, and it was like so perfect.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about with like people back in the day, they would say things. It was one of the 3 reasons I quit watching wrestling back in the day. It was taking away the fun of it. I'm older now and I can deal with things a little bit better than I could when I was younger. But yeah, I hate when everybody just doesn't just go along for the ride.
Right.
Like, it's like, yeah. And it's why I'm really against the Unreal show. It just peels the curtain back too much for me.
Honestly, did you watch it?
I won't bitch about it. I'm not going to watch it, though. I'm standing my ground on it.
It's nothing that no one has already known. It really isn't
I get it,
anything
but it's
that
all speculation. It's all speculation when people are talking about it. Once I see them putting it out there, then all of a sudden it becomes more real. It's taking away some of the magic for me. And if other people watch, I'm not knocking people who want to watch it. That's cool. That's awesome. Whatever. To me, it's just I personally don't want to see it.
So here's what I'll say. I think that they did it the right way because it's not happening as it's happening. So we already know what these stories are, right? We know where they're going. So it's not spoiling anything we don't already know. The only thing it's showing is how they got there. And I just think that in this day and age, I think that we all know that's the case. I think they peel it back enough where you feel like you're there. But I also feel like a lot of this stuff might be, a little staged and scripted to make it look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to make it a little bit more appealing and interesting for it. So I think it's a it's a reality TV show, really, more than anything else. So I didn't mind it too much. I have 2 episodes left of it. The third episode, if you're going to watch anything, don't even watch the first 2. Watch episode 3, the first half. It's all about Chelsea.
I'll go ahead and admit I'm probably a little hypocritical of this because I do love the documentaries that WWE puts out.
Right, which is the same thing.
I love them, but this one's about them creating the magic. That's my thing. Like, it's literally about them doing it, from what I've heard. And right here, Ron, here's a surprise for you. I never complained or had a problem with the concept of Unreal, yet I've not pressed play on a single episode. I think my only verbal complaint I made was that I saw 2 things that they were gonna plan on doing from the show, and I was like, though both those things sound awesome, and that's why I don't want to watch this show, because I feel like I was robbed of something, and then maybe I don't appreciate the ideas that came forward because I personally think the other ideas were cooler. Like Chelsea Green win that Royal Rumble, that would have I would have lost my mind.
Right.
And the Kevin Owens one, I would have lost my freaking mind. But they didn't happen.
Right.
So now all of a sudden I look at it and be like, oh well, the CM Punk Kevin Owens or the CM Punk John Cena Seth Rollins Elimination Chamber thing isn't as cool now because I clearly would have preferred the road they were going to take with Kevin Owens being a champion, and not the story they were trying to tell. Whereas the WrestleMania moment wasn't that great. I do like the Elimination Chamber. I thought the way they did that was masterful.
Right.
So I guess that's my biggest complaint with it, is I don't want it to take away from what we got.
Well, I mean, look, you can't go back, right? I mean, the decision was the decision. It is what it is, right? But it is funny to see, there was a big quorum about everybody.
Right here. That's literally it.
Right.
And you know me, I'm the kind of guy who is like, even if I don't really like something, I try to find a reason why I should. Like, why did they do this? Because it has to be for someone. Maybe it's not for me. And I try to find the best in things. And with this, I'm like, okay, well, I had the best right there and they took it from me. And I think it would turn me into one of those just people who bitch for no reason.
The thing
I can't stop myself. That's
the thing that I think about when it comes to stuff like that is that just because it got said on the show doesn't mean it still can't happen in the future. And maybe this year wasn't that year to run that story with Chelsea, but maybe in 2 years when the 3rd episode, I'm telling you, if you watch anything, watch the first half an hour of the 3rd episode. It's literally just about Chelsea from it's almost like a mini biography on her entire career. It's great. It's right up to the moment when she wins the U.S. title, and she's amazing in it.
I've seen clips of Chelsea talking about things, and that's fine. I'm just going to be really stubborn about it because I don't want to. I just,
look, if you're not going to watch the show, but I'm saying if you do watch anything,
right? I'm literally not. I'm like, I didn't like that they were showing previews of it on Raw. I thought that was bad.
Fair enough.
Because it's like, wait, I'm watching this show, and now you're basically admitting, we all know it's fake, but now you're admitting it's fake, and you're willing to tell us how you that's too much to me. But I didn't complain they did it. It's like, okay, they're gonna make the show, whatever, people are gonna enjoy it. And I thought at one point I would watch it, but then I was like, no, I can't. I just can't. I know I'm gonna be a butthead about it. Jimmy, who are you calling a bitch online? You don't have to answer, but I'm actually curious. Hey, if you give me more context, I'll gladly tell you. I don't care.
Fair enough.
I really don't. But I'll give me more context. Another thing I don't like about the internet is how many people suddenly focus on the same things and have the exact same. Yeah, it's just they're all regurgitating the same stuff.
They're just parrots. That's really what it is. One person says something and that's it.
Another thing that I really don't like is let's just say LA Knight will do something and then someone will just post a picture of LA Knight and say LA Knight did this, and it's like, yeah,
we know,
and it just blows up everywhere. And it's like, what? Where are people's honest and real thoughts?
Yeah.
It's wild. But I skipped over this. But good evening. Hey, thanks, Nick. Miss you, bud. Hope you get back soon. I think they could have done the Chelsea ending for The Rock in 2024. Yeah, they could have. And then just to touch on that again, say, like you said, they could do it in the future. But now it's like, okay, It's not a cool. I know about it now, and it's like
Okay, right. But just think about it. In like 2 years, you're just like,
10 years minimum.
Just even still, even if it happens, are you not going to go nuts that was, doing the math in your head? Numbers, 29 people come out. They got 2 people in the ring. They're fighting. The music hits and Chelsea comes out. They dump each other out. You're not going to lose your effing mind. Even if you thought that was going to be like, oh my God, they might do it. They might do it. Like it's still going to be a great moment. So even if they went to the well and did something like that, or because think about it, that idea is not so out of the blue. Because remember what me and you had said. There was a battle royal where I had said it would be great if Chelsea just got the crap kicked out of her.
We have talked about yeah.
Right, and just right, and so like everybody knocked themselves out, and she just rolled her way back into the ring. So it's not a concept that like even like the two of us have discussed already. I think that even if those things happen, Chelsea's so good at selling them, we're just going to love it no matter what. And maybe we'll come back and go, oh man, I can't believe they spoiled that on the Unreal show. But at that same point, none of us are going to know what's going to happen until it actually happens. So I liked what they've done with it so far. I really did. So Tamara's a big Charlotte Flair fan. So the second half of that Chelsea Green episode is like about Charlotte and her rehab and coming back from the knee surgery and stuff. Whatever. So like she very much enjoyed that portion of it, it was, I think that like it was a really good story to see why they were doing what they were doing, where their heads were when they were booking. And it's a really good insight into how these wrestlers are feeling as these moments were going on too. It's cool. Like, I really enjoyed it.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I on my mind, it's a great show, and check it out. Again, it's not that I don't think it would be good. I'd fully get sucked into it. I just think it would, in the long run, I think it would hurt me as a wrestling fan, just me personally, just because I know who I am. It's why I have to like stop myself from doing other things, because I just know who I am as a wrestling fan. I'm going to just let it go too far. So I'm like, it's better if I just don't, so I don't see how the cookies are baked, and then I just appreciate what we got. And I figured this out, Ron. I'm assuming if this one was about the guy who founded Fightful, because he posted something, then he backtracked because he didn't like that he was getting crapped on for it, even though he didn't say anything wrong. He let the tribe win, and then he backtracked on it. And he's one of the people who kind of pushes tribalism. So it's like, yeah, you're being a bitch.
So here's the thing. I think that what really sucks is that out of Fightful, I think Jimmy is actually maybe the least tribalistic out of everyone.
But he
hires a bunch of people who are very tribalistic, and especially
he could put his foot down on things, and he just lets it run free.
And it especially to me ruins. So I'll say this no matter what.
I do think he's dumb sometimes, but never a Corderas.
The only time I ever trust a report when it comes out is if it comes from Sean Ross Sapp. It's just the fact, I just think he's the best in the business at breaking the business. People, I also think, take too much into stock when those people are acting like wrestling fans. And I think that's what gets me mad. It's not them. It's like, okay, just because they're breaking news doesn't mean that they can't prefer AEW to WWE.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just stupid that people take stuff like that seriously. What I don't like is when they're putting out podcasts and they're crapping all over, things over and over again. And it's like, well, if you don't like this, then why are you talking about it?
I just don't like that. I can't take you seriously as a biased reporter when you're clearly showing you're not biased. That's my issue.
That's it, right.
So it's like all the news you post about one promotion is negative, and all the news you post about the other promotion is positive. You withhold information about other ones until something else breaks, and you said, well, I did hear this. That's all biased to me, and that's why I can't stand it. And he allows it to happen, and that's where my whole, he pushes the toxicity. He doesn't personally do it with his posts. I do think he says some dumb stuff. But
he does sometimes. A lot of people everybody does.
I'm sure a lot of people think I post dumb stuff.
I'm sure people think the same about me.
But
I'm blocked by a heck of a lot more people than I thought I was.
Yeah, but if you're in the position they're in, bias should be gone, and it's just not. And then Nick says, my only problem with Unreal that I found is they're saying they're pulling back the curtain, but they're actually just drip feeding possible angles that would have been awesome. Yes, would have been, could have been, but they won't be. And that makes me sad. Harry says they should do the, who was it that did this? It was AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and Otis Angle.
Yeah,
I believe that's who it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And we saw how that one turned out. So now, thank you.
But Chelsea would do it much better.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, I don't hate on Otis either. But where were Kabuki Warriors low key hating on EO during that segment? Yes, they were.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, go talk to your friend as if like you're not allowed to have other friends. So heel Asuka is good for business. So please move forward with it. Hey, since nothing else has popped up, we could just go ahead and jump into the ESPN thing that people completely overreacted to. Because the funny thing about this is, as it was happening, I was literally talking to Lewis about it. And I was like, yeah, people are just overreacting, and I'm just going to wait for all the information to come out. And literally an hour later, all the information came out, and it was like, yeah, people were freaking out for no reason.
Right.
If you got ESPN, you're good. Like, if you have cable, you're good.
Right.
Like, what are you mad about? And then my favorite part about it, and is I guess I will play the whataboutism thing, or however you want to say it. A lot of the people that were really talking, there were WWE fans that were upset. So it wasn't like it was just one side of the
fence. No, they were.
Both sides were.
Yes.
The AW fans who pay $50 a month for a pay-per-view are saying WWE fans are crazy for wanting to spend $30 a month for a pay-per-view. And it's like, what's the difference, man? Oh, $20. But other than that, there's no difference. So
no. What I don't like is you get more quality. Like, look, that's your opinion.
That's a whole
other your opinion.
Discussion. Yeah.
Right. Like, you can't and look, if you were gonna tell me that I would have had to have paid $30 a month specifically just to get all WWE PLEs, in my mind I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna watch all of them. I'll order the ones that I want to, and that's going to be it, because I'm not going to I felt like that was like an extreme price. And for me, my thought process is I'm already giving ESPN money because I have the bundle right now with Disney, Hulu, and ESPN, which, by the way, now that Hulu's going away, they better lower the price on me on that, right?
No,
of course they're not going to.
You're still going to get all the content. So
right.
You're not going to lower the price.
Of course they're not going to.
I think is fair. I think they overcharged for things for sure, but I am saying, like, I don't think they should lower the price because Hulu is gone if you're keeping all the content. I think that's fair. Maybe just lower the price because you should lower the price.
I mean that too. Yeah. But my thing is that if this was included into that ESPN package and it was like, hey, you know what? You already have this. We're going to raise it like another like $5 because, we're adding that on. I would have been like, you got me. Cool. I'm not going to complain.
Hey, Courtney, I see what you're saying, but do you have cable already? Just let me know if you got cable, because that's the big game. Like that's the biggest factor here. Is right. If you have cable, it doesn't matter. You just download the app, sign in through your cable provider, and you get it. You don't have to pay anything for it.
Right.
I do get the annoyance that you have this on this. You have Netflix, then you have Peacock, and then you have ESPN. I don't know what's still going to be on Peacock. Is the library still? I don't know. They haven't really discussed any of this.
No. The big issue right now is that they said the library is not going to ESPN. It was very clear that a bunch of people said the library is not going there. So WWE either needs to load all of their crap onto Netflix.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or figure something out, because I'm getting to the point where the whole reason why I felt that physical media wasn't a need anymore was the fact that I felt like I have no problem paying $10 a month for a streaming service for WWE's back catalog. That's an investment for me. That's fine. That's something that I will have no problem paying for. But if you're now taking that away from me and you're making me pay for ESPN and you're making me pay for Netflix, or you're making me have my cable, and I still have to have cable anyway, because if I want to watch SmackDown, that's on USA.
Yeah,
so if you're making me do that and you're not giving me my back catalog anymore, which I'm willing to pay for, I got an issue now. And people are like, well, they might put it on Vault and they'll monetize it that way. Fine. If that's going to be the case, fine. but you better do it soon because I don't like the fact that Nick, exactly. I miss the WWE Network so much. I just don't like the fact that if you have this library and you're the only people who have this library, don't deny it from us. I hate stuff when they do stuff like that. Like if the only place that, if somebody is like my dad's a big old school AWA fan. Like that's the only way you can ever see that stuff is on the network.
Yeah, the Friday Night Show reviews. I go back and I watch Friday Night Show. If it's off Peacock, that I don't have an access to it at that point, and I don't like that's where I'll join the pitchforks and stuff because I think that's silly. Because you've went from having the WWE Network, which was absolutely amazing, then you put it on Peacock, and I had to just kind of get used to it. Because I'm at the point now where I'm fine with how it's on Peacock. I absolutely am, but I've become used to it, and that's why.
Is it ideal?
Right
no,
right
but
here.
Okay.
You have Xfinity. Download the ESPN app when it comes out because I don't think it's out yet, and then you'll just have to sign in your cable information into the app, and then you should get it. That's how it's supposed to work. So you shouldn't have to pay anything based on the information I have. If not, then I'm sorry, but. Based on what you're telling me, I don't think you're gonna have to pay for it. I think you're gonna be good. And I don't have cable, and that's where it does suck.
Right.
But I'll also say this: me and Albert, Lewis, I'm sure he was there too. I'm not sure how many other people in this app or in the chat were doing this during the time. There was a long stretch where I didn't get to watch any pay-per-views because they were $30 a month anyway. I think.
Yep.
Before I got a job, I got to watch 3 pay-per-views live. 3.
So look, this is years ago. You can go back and say whatever you want. My dad had the box. Yeah. So there were points where when we had that, I was able to watch them. Then they killed those boxes to the point where they fried them. You couldn't use them anymore. So there was like a 10-year, 10's a little bit strong. Maybe about like a 5-year period where I really didn't watch any of the pay-per-views unless I personally paid for them out of my pocket, said, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, here's $50. I'm ordering WrestleMania. And I would pay for them out of my own pocket. So I do understand that there is that. And here's the thing. If it went up to $30 a month, I would have made that choice myself and said, okay, I'm going to activate the ESPN app this month because I want to watch WrestleMania. I'll pay my $30 and then I'll deactivate it. Yeah. I was okay with doing that if that was going to be the case.
Surprise, I do not love wrestling enough to pay that type of money, and that's fine. Like I don't knock anybody's decision. What I don't like is the people who are complaining about it just to complain about it when there's no logic to their complaint. Like you saying you're not going to do it because you don't love wrestling. That's perfectly fine.
That's fine. Because but you're a consumer
is fine,
right?
But to say
both of you guys are consumers of the WWE product as well.
Yes.
Continue,
and that sucks
Jimmy.
for you. It sucks for you, and I hate it for you. To me. I don't want to say it's not fair because it's the way they're conducting their business and they're allowed to do it however they want to. But it does suck for those kinds of fans. But again, the ones I hate are the ones who are saying, again, you're going to pay $30. Like, I'm not even going to drop his name, but his stupid comment was, you guys are going to pay $30 for a Solo Sikoa match? Like, no, I'm going to pay $30 to watch a pay-per-view that WWE puts on because I enjoy their product.
Right. And that's my thing.
I'm not here to say
I'm 100% with you.
Yeah, I'm not here to say that WWE is worth the same amount as the AEW when it comes to that. To me, it is. On a whole grand scale, it's not because other people feel differently.
Right.
But you can't sit there and mock people for spending $30 a month if you're spending $50 a month. You sound like an idiot. It doesn't make any sense.
The other thing is that if you are a person who spends
these are going to go skyrocket.
Yes, they are.
But then you have to worry about Netflix taking a look at that and saying, hold up, we need to crack down on something.
Right.
So it's like it could cause a ripple effect here, especially piracy, because I'm sure piracy will go up on this. And then that website, I'll name it because I don't care. Because I really don't like it. Watch Wrestling. That's going to take a hit. This is going to cause a ripple effect if people are not careful.
I completely agree. Yeah. But I will say this, like, just really quick to just go back to what you were saying. If your opinion has been that you don't like,
was it?
If your opinion is that you
know.
haven't liked the WWE product and your comment is, and you're commenting about this, shut up. That's my point. Like, like if you're not a fan, like you guys are fans, you have every right to be upset in whatever way you feel about this situation because the situation affects you. If you feel that you can't afford to consume the WWE's product, that's a personal issue, right? If you are saying that you do not consume the WWE's product and you don't care, why are you talking? Shut up. And that's what a lot of these people that you were saying, Jimmy, are doing right now.
Yeah. They're just chiming in to just pile on to this, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so annoying. But Ron, real quick, Dish Network, that's a cable service, correct?
Yeah.
Like if that's a cable service, then you're fine. You should be able to get the ESPN app, and you're not going to have to pay the $30.
Right.
Because Dish Network's the satellite.
Right.
Is it even a satellite anymore? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. So he should be okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you should be
good,
okay.
Ron. You should be absolutely good. You won't have to pay extra. People might bug you and be like, "Hey, let me get your information so I can log in too." Don't let them do it to you though. Make them pay.
I have to add, eventually. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait until it happens. But I have to add ESPN onto my plan. That's the only thing that I have to do. So I just have to go in and make the phone call and change out one of the channels that I have, switch it out for ESPN, and then that's it. I'm good.
I'll say something I don't like since he brought up Peacock here because he also pays for Peacock. I don't like the fact that Peacock is raising their prices as they're losing WWE, and I'm expected to keep it.
I said the same thing. The same thing. My friend,
absolutely stupid, and I have to keep it because The Office is on it, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine is on it.
Yeah,
you can't watch those on any other streaming service, and it's like this is dumb. Like
Parks and Rec, it kills me.
Parks and Rec is on Netflix
Peacock
now, I think.
It's
on both. I think it's on both now.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is too. I don't know if all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is.
Only a few seasons of it are.
So it's the first. It's still only the first 4 seasons. Yeah. So I look. My thought process is I'm keeping Peacock no matter what. So I wasn't going to delete it, but I will say, man, it really, really sucks that they're losing one of the things that I watch the most on there.
Nah, man.
And they're. And I'm gonna pay more now. That really did that didn't make me feel good that they had don't announce the raise in price on the same day. That was just bad strategy because now in my mind I was like, do I really need this? I'll go out and just buy Brooklyn Nine-Nine on DVD at this point and just pop a disc in every night if I want to.
What sucks is I own the Office DVDs, but then they just started releasing the
Superfan episodes. I know,
and that's all I watch now. And just to further elaborate on what I was saying earlier on Twitter, I've probably watched the Office season over 50 times at this point. I love it. I think it is the smartest written comedy of all time. So I love The Office. I think that new show looks booty.
It looked interesting enough for me to try it.
Bel-Air and Days of Our Lives. Yes. Also that. All right.
Days of Our Lives especially.
One last question, and then we'll wrap it up. It's a very quick question. I don't want to get into the politics of it. I just want honest answers based on the product itself. It's a touchy subject, but it is what it is. Brock Lesnar, are you happy that he's back? Yes or no?
Can I?
Oh, let me rephrase the question.
Can I say I'm indifferent?
I was going to say, let me rephrase the question. Happy seems like too much of an emotion connected towards it. Did you want to see Brock Lesnar back? Yes or no?
I didn't care either way.
Okay.
Then that's where I'm at now with this.
Yes. Okay.
I didn't care either way. When he left, I felt like, okay, there was only... All right, so I will say this. I am excited if we get Brock versus Gunther. If we don't, because Gunther's hurt now, if we don't eventually get Brock versus Gunther in this run, I'm not. Then it's all for naught for me. That's what I want to see. Because outside of that, there is no other match that really I can think of that I'm dying to see Brock have. I do want to see Brock versus Gunther.
Ron says I was excited. I will say I popped when I heard the music because it is because you just get caught up in the moment. It's shit's about to happen. I will say if we get Gunther and Brock and Gunther goes over, fine, absolutely, I'm cool with it. 100%. That's why I don't care to see him back, is because that's it for me. If that doesn't happen, what's the point? Like, I don't see what else there is to use him with right now. Like,
that's my thing.
I don't care to see John Cena and Brock Lesnar again. I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, that doesn't do anything for me. Why? Like, that then, really, like,
then
yeah.
And then Gunther, but then who else?
Right.
I just don't know, and I just don't care. I'm sure
he's already wrestled Omos. Obafemi is the only other guy.
I mean, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that
Breaker.
one too.
I mean, Bronson.
Okay.
There's names, but I don't know if he's going to work with all those guys because he's so freaking selective with who he works with.
Right. So, and he only works 4 matches a year. So it's like, okay, like, which 4 guys is he going to work with? And sometimes he works with them multiple times. And I know that he's returning, and they're going to run first with Brock versus Cena, and they're going to follow it up with Brock versus Roman again.
Okay, I don't want to see Brock versus Roman. Like, I will lose my shit if
I have a feeling we're going to get it again.
But Brock versus Cena, I have a strange feeling it's going to take up, like, we only have so many dates left with Cena.
Right, I don't care. Yeah, why are we wasting more than one on Brock?
To me, I think it's dumb. If it's for you, that's cool. I'm happy, and I hope you love it. But I just don't get it.
Yeah, to me, look,
there's matches Brock has where I love it. I absolutely love it. But, like, again, politics aside, even with the politics attached to it, it removed from it. Like, if all that stuff just went away and it didn't matter anymore, I still just don't have a care for it anymore because it feels like WWE's moved on from him.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing.
Yeah. It felt like it's like, okay, we turned the chapter. It's over. It's done. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Look. So I'm just
see Cross anymore, man. I don't think you're going to see Cross anymore.
I think they said that he resigned. That they offered him a contract.
He offered him a contract, but then I think I saw an interview right before we came on that Cross said that's not true. Don't listen to it. That could be kayfabe, though. Okay. But, right. I mean, either way, I personally don't think Cross is coming back.
But my thing is this. Just to briefly just say, with all the controversy it brings, I don't think that the controversy is worth bringing back on them for what they're going to get on the other end of it. I think that's that's my way of, like, there's a bunch of bad PR going on because of it now, and we're getting Brock versus Cena. Like, if he came out and he attacked Obafemi, like, after he debuted on, like, the main roster, I'd be like, okay, all right, okay, this is brand new. Like,
but Brock is that guy. Brock is never going to be that guy, and
that's my problem. And that's why it doesn't interest me as much. Like what Nick said, what Lou is saying here too. It's like
that should be the way it is, Harry. Just one,
right? I do like right.
Like he said, when I talked to the shit caught me totally off guard. I was surprised and pumped by it on a wrestling fan perspective, which is again. When it happened, I was like, "Oh shit, this is wild! Oh my god, it's happening!" But then after that, I was like, "But why?"
Right,
right. That's my thing. So I mean, I feel like we're kind of in agreement to an extent. Ron says, "Have the Vision take Brock out." Yeah, have him take him out. And the last thing that ever happened to him is he got 6 tsunamis, and we never see him again. Boom. Okay, cool with me.
Right, and here's the thing. Look, we knew that Goldberg was coming in to do this retirement match. He was going to lose the Gunther. Like, once we knew it was announced, okay, he's going to come and he's going to lose. It's not going to be what Brock is doing, right? He's not coming in to just lose. That's not what he's going to do. They said he signed for multiple years. He's going to be here for a little bit. So if that's going to be the case, then they feel like they're going to have to get the most out of him, which means he's not going to come in to put people over. So then my opinion is, why is a 51-year-old Brock Lesnar coming in right now if the whole idea is that he's just not going to be giving back? Cena's been doing it. Yes, he's beaten some people on this thing, but Cena's now given that pass the torch to Cody, and he put over everybody.
Roman's is putting over everyone since he's lost the title. And Brock, again, if he has a multi-year deal, there's no way in hell I expect him to lose to Gunther. I just don't, and that pisses me off.
Right, because we've seen that Gunther's been that guy who just can't win the big match now. That seems to be his MO. He loses the Brock, forget about it. Yeah,
wrap it up. It's over with.
And that's a guy who we're talking about who held the title for 88% of the time that he's been on the main roster. Like, it's nuts to think, but it's also perception is reality, right? And it's like, see, he can't run with the big guys.
Punk was champion for 434 days, yet
Yes,
he had to lay down to all those big matches, and it's why he quit. Like, literally why he walked out. So yeah, it's silly. Brock Lesnar does what he wants. So yeah, that was a terrible line to drop there. But again, that's politics. I'm not going to get into that part. But I get one last question. This is another quick one, and we say our goodbyes.
Sure.
That's not the one. The TLC match was my match of SummerSlam this year.
What a match!
So I will ask you, what was your favorite match of the weekend?
That might be my choice. That was really good. But shout out to Bianca, Io, Rhea, and Naomi.
Brilliant match.
Holy crap.
Lyra, amazing until Bayley got involved.
Yeah.
Let's not knock on Bayley. I just thought the match didn't need it. It was absolutely brilliant. I was on the edge of my seat.
Really, really good. The women stole again.
Fucking phenomenal.
Oh my God, Punk and Gunther was so good.
I'll say this. Good. No cap. My favorite match had to have been when Dirty Daddy Dominic Mysterio pinned AJ Styles in the middle of the ring, Harry.
I knew that was coming.
That was beautiful. But after that, that's the show. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you acknowledge your tribal thief on this great Thursday, and we will be back next week with a new topic. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe we'll collaborate and we'll come up with something together. But this week was all about me because I won the SummerSlam prediction show. So that is it, and we will see you later. Have a great day.